minor repair work in a rented flat in Delhi turned into a nightmare for three women, young women from Arunachal Pradesh, leaving them shaken and humiliated. That's the video on your screens at this point in time, which has gone viral. One of the students is preparing for the UPSC Civil Services exam, but their dreams were overshadowed and they were racially abused and intimidated by neighbours in South Delhi's Malviya Nagar. On the 20th of February, the women had simply called an electrician to install an air conditioner in their fourth floor flat. But during this, some debris fell on the floor. This led to an altercation, and we will be getting into the details of that in a moment from now. But this was a racist incident that was reported from the national capital. Now, someone who's been speaking about these attacks that we've seen against people from the northeastern part of the country very often is the Chief Minister of Meghalaya himself, Conrad Sangma, is now joining us. Thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure having you. And you were actually, sir, one of the first few people, leaders, political leaders who spoke about this incident. We've seen yet another attack, a racist attack on three women. That video has gone viral and it shows us how they were abused for just no reason at all. In fact, what struck me was that even when she was abusing the three young women from Arunachal Pradesh and knew that she was being recorded, she didn't stop abusing them, which just shows how, how belligerent they are and how brazen really they are.
Absolutely correct. This is truly a very unfortunate incident that has happened. And to be very frank, it's not that majority people think like that. This is what I have always seen. But there are a small group of, individuals who have this mindset, which is very sad. Or, in all these kind of events, in situations or rather, and incidents like these, it just sends the very wrong signal to the rest of the nation. Here we are trying to ensure that we present ourselves as a united, nation, and a country that's moving forward, a country that respects everybody, and sees the whole aspect of diversity as a high, a big plus point for us. And incidents like these, small incidents that happen, minor incidents in the sense that they're not minor, in the sense that there's just one or two individuals who are doing this.
Yes.
And it just spoils the entire environment. And that's something that we really, condemn, I should say. And there has to be a lot of sensitization about this. People must talk about this. I talk to the people of the Northeast and tell them, look, you need to talk about this. And also people from the rest of the country also, that the more we talk and we create awareness, only then will we be able to overcome these kind of shortcomings that are there. And this, as I said, when I say minor, doesn't mean that it's a minor incident, it's a big
Absolutely.
incident.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
but what I mean to say, a small incident in the sense just with, involving few people, but then it sends a very wrong signal to the rest of the country.
Of course,
So
of
it's
course.
really condemnable.
Yes. Understood. But there is a pattern we've seen. Just a few days ago, in fact, we saw a young man lose his life, was beaten, and this is a racist attack against a young man just a few weeks ago, So what do you make of this pattern that we see? Like constantly people from the northeastern part of the country are identified and then told, you're different looking, you eat different, you wear different kinds of clothes, you aren't Indian. How does that really work?
The whole country is different. If you go from one part of the country to the other part, that is what makes India so special and great. It's because when you go to southern part, it's a different food habit, it's a different way you dress, attire, different language, different customs. So it's true for every section or every part of India. That's what makes India so great and amazing. And I think the people who have this mindset, as I said, a small section, are people who really create that kind of differences. Now, the problem is that when these kind of incidents happen, then you have the whole community and the whole, region, start thinking in a different way about people from northern India, and try to club everybody together in this. And this is really what worries me and concerns me, because I realize that it's not something that everybody, like people like you are there. So many other people have called me and said that, Conrad, please speak out, please say something. This is not correct. So therefore, it has to change. There has to be a combined effort of people speaking out, number one, and even people who are not from the Northeast should speak out in support. And number two, action should be taken as per law against people and individuals who are involved in such kind of derogatory remarks and racial kind
Absolutely.
of action that are taking. That action needs to be taken.
Action needs to be taken to tell our viewers that there is an FIR against this couple. The lawyer goes and says the couple are distressed about the situation. Imagine if the couple who abused these young women are distressed, what the young women would be going through. I mean, at the end of the day, you leave your home, you come to a bigger city, you're trying to work things out for yourself, and then you get abused in this fashion. A change in mindset, Mr. Sangma, do you believe is really the need of the hour? We as a country are silent on racism, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And thanks to channel like yours and others also who bring this issue out. So even the few minutes and the few seconds that you give, for people like us and others who would express their concerns about situations like this, I think sends a very strong message to the country. So thank you also and to your channel for doing this. And as I said, like you, I hope others also will speak out and take this up, because as I said, it's a mindset. It's a very sad mindset, and it's definitely not a mindset that is going to take our nation forward.
I also want to ask you, at this point, what sort of action would you want the Delhi police to take against this couple? Like I said, they haven't been arrested. Of course, there's a case registered against them. But we have racism shadowing Indians from the Northeast all the time. A loud message has to go out to people who do this all the time, Mr. Sangma.
No, I totally agree with you. But as a person who believes in law and the justice of law, the action should be taken as per law.
Right.
As I said, the strong message must go that these kind of things should not be tolerated and should not be done. But at the end of the day, there has to be some self-realization in people. As you said, it's a change in the mindset, which of course is impacted by the fact that there is a law to protect, and also by the fact that the awareness should be created. So we need to do both of the things in front. But I do hope and I do expect that police will take a very stern action as per law.
All right. I'm going to thank you, sir, for joining in. So you heard there from the Chief Minister of Meghalaya, actually one of the first few political leaders from the northeastern part of the country. He's the CM. He is the Chief Minister. He spoke out and said that this sort of bigotry, this sort of hate has to stop. And this is just so common. What's worrying is that it's not a one-off. There is clearly a pattern to all of this. Appreciate your time here, Mr. Conrad Sangma, joining in and speaking with us.